Welcome to my show. Today I'm going to be reviewing the D-Boys K-98 World War II bolt action rifle. So when you open up the box, the first thing you're going to see is your manual. This manual is actually pretty good for identifying parts on your D-Boys K-98, and it's also pretty good for basic information you need to know about your gun. So some accessories your rifle will come with will include this Allen key right here, which is good for adjusting your hop-up, and everything else would include the rifle and the shells, and that's about it. So when you first take this rifle out of the box, it looks very realistic to the real steel K-98. The wood finish on it looks very nice, and it weighs about 8 pounds, kind of heavy, which gives it a more realistic look and feel. So this rifle is constructed out of ABS plastic and metal. Anything that looks like wood is ABS plastic, although it simulates wood really well, and everything that's black is metal. Now, if you don't like the fact that it's made out of ABS plastic, they do make this rifle in a real wood finish. This rifle is very realistic to its real steel counterpart. D-Boys did manage to get all the features that the real steel does have and put it on this airsoft rifle. Very glad that they did that, and I'll show them to you right now. So the safety to this rifle is located right behind the bolt, just like the real thing. You flick this to the right and it's on safe. You cannot pull the bolt up. Flick it to the left. The bolt is functional. So here's the bolt. It's got a nice chrome finish to it. Looks very nice. It's very easy to cycle the bolt because the spring tension is when you push the bolt forward. I'll show you how to load the shells in a little bit, but not right now. As you can hear, it sounds very nice. Alright, so just so you can see, going from the bolt up, you got your rear sights right here, which are fully adjustable for elevation. Press down the buttons on the sides and you can pull it up. It also hides the hop-up unit, which is right there. You can just use your Allen wrench key right there, and then stick it right there. Switch to the left there, the right there, and you adjust your hop-up there. So these are just one of the cool features that D-Boys did. Here's the rear sights. They are numbered like the real steel. I thought that was really cool, and I just wanted to show you that. So this rifle does have a removable cleaning rod. Although it's not real, it's still removable. Twist it counterclockwise. Once you have the cleaning rod removed, this is actually pretty useful. Although you can't clean your barrel with it, I still have another use for it. I'll show you later. But underneath the cleaning rod, you got your bayonet lug, and yes, you can actually attach a real steel bayonet on this rifle. So going up from there, you'll see that you have a front sight hood. It is removable. You just pull it back. It's pretty hard to take off though, but it also gives it a very different look. So as you can see, I removed the front sight hood. It looks pretty different and actually gives it a pretty cool look if you want to go that way. But that's just another cool feature D-Boys decided to add. If you have a real steel K-98 sling, you can put it on this rifle. A sling mount right here and another one right here in the back. I'm not really sure how that works, but you can do that if you like. So like I showed you earlier, your rifle will come with 5 metallic shells. These are used to load your rifle. Very cool feature. It's very realistic. So to load the D-Boys K-98, you're going to want to pull back the bolt, get your shells, and put them in one by one. Very realistic, like loading a real firearm. And for a movie prop, best feature yet. So once you got your shells loaded in, you're going to want to cycle them. And the coolest feature about this rifle is when you pull back the bolt, the shells eject. So if you haven't already noticed, this rifle is very easy to pull the bolt back, but when you push the bolt forward, there's more tension on it because the rifle cocks when you push it forward. It's a lot different than other bolt action rifles because most rifles are cocked when you pull it back. So if you're going to use this rifle for movie purposes, there is an easier way to cycle the bolt without any spring tension than pushing the bolt forward. So you simply pull the bolt back, hold on the trigger, pull the bolt forward. It's very easy. So when you pull the bolt back, you notice that there's this little notch right here. That's because you can actually use a real steel stripper clip to load in the shells. So this is what it looks like to have all the bullets on the stripper clip. And I almost forgot to mention how to load these little shells. You just simply stick a BB right in front of the bullet head right there, as you'll see right here. So once you have your bullets fully loaded on the stripper clip, easily put it in the gun, shove it in the notch, and you're ready to go. So the best part about this is shoving all the bullets down into the magazine. It's very fun. It's a very fast way to load. Simply push them all down. So once you got all the bullets in, smooth stripper clip. It's very cool for a movie prop. So like I mentioned earlier, this cleaning rod can be used for something else. I got all the bullets loaded into the internal magazine, and say I didn't want to shoot them off, I can simply unload the gun by putting the cleaning rod inside this hole, pushing it in, and pulling back towards the trigger. Very realistic like the real steel, and now you can just dump out all your bullets. So once you got all your bullets out, it's very simple to put back in. Just reverse the steps until you hear a little snap. So here's the classic K-98 sight picture. It's very nice, unique sights, very interesting stuff. So this rifle shoots around 300 feet per second with .12 gram BBs, and with .2 gram BBs it shoots around 260 feet per second. Not that bad right out of the box. So to clean and maintain this rifle to get best performance, you're going to want to pull back the bolt, and there would be this little switch right here that pull that back and you can take the bolt out. Once you got the bolt removed, you can now oil the spring right here for better performance. So once you have the bolt removed, you can now get your cleaning rod to clean out the inner barrel. So once you got your bolt clean, to put it back together, you don't just reverse the steps. Put it back, you have to pull the trigger and then push the bolt in. Now we're going to take this rifle out to the range to see what it can do. Alright, so now we're going to do the power test of this rifle, and we're going to see what it can do to this soda can right here. So here's the damage that the K98 did. It's actually more than I expected. My estimation of the FPS was wrong before. It's probably shooting over 330 feet per second with a .2 gram BB. So the first target is 50 feet away. I only got 3 shells loaded in though, and we'll see what it can do. So the next target is 75 feet away. It's a human-sized target. 5 shots. We'll see what this can do. The target is now 100 feet away. This may be the limit for this rifle, and I'll be amazed if I can hit him. I got it leg. So after reviewing the D-Boys KAR-98, I'll give it 7 out of 10 stars. So the reason why I gave the D-Boys KAR-98 that rating is because the pros of the gun is that it's a very realistic rifle. This gun also has a lot of realistic features to the real steel KAR-98, which makes it great for the World War II collector and reenactor. It's also great for anybody that wants to use this rifle for movies due to the fact that it uses these shells and they actually eject. It sounds really nice, and it's one of the best KAR-98s you can get on the market for airsoft. This gun has a very nice weight to it, which makes it feel very realistic when holding it. Now, the cons of this rifle is the fact that it does use shells. You only get 5 shots, 1 shot per shell. Now, I wouldn't recommend this rifle for airsoft skirmishes. The BBs do reach over 100 feet, but the accuracy is greatly affected due to the system of the shells. This rifle is more of a collector's item than it is a skirmishable weapon. Yeah, and other than that, I really have no other cons. Now, a quick reminder, this is the last gun that we did use in the World War II movie that we made. So next week on Saturday, August 12th, we will upload that film. Now, before I go, don't forget to like our page on Facebook. And also, don't forget to check out our fan page, AirgunReviews.tk. It's got a lot of cool airsoft related topics and products. Just go check it out to find out more. Link in the description down below. So that is all I have to say for now. And like always,